This is the Anime Analysts podcast.
Shut the fuck
Fuck
up.
you! You're ruining the This is the anime.
This is not the intro, please.
This is the intro. I love it.
I think we should do
this
the
is-
Mountain Dew.
Fuck you! This is the anime. Shut up! You're ruining my. This is the Anime Analysts second podcast for Kino No Table.
Oh god, why?
How'd you
Mountain
watch
Dew.
it?
Life is ruined now.
Mountain
Fuck your
Dew.
life. My life
It's
is
wonderful.
Burrito.
All right, we continue from here.
Continue. Okay, introductions. I am Stevie Buck.
Don't point at me.
Just do it.
My name is Cody Fraser.
Oh god.
Lewis.
I'm Lewis Fickner.
You just introduced. You ruined it. All right.
Well, we have to get to order, right? And I'm Gabriel Silva-Redonda.
Oh god.
Should we-
Okay,
should
are we
we-
redoing
we should
this?
have
I
said
think we should
names.
redo this.
No redos.
No redo.
Oh god. Alright, we're in deep. We're in deep.
All right, Kino no Tabi.
As we
What are we
mentioned,
talking
this
about?
is podcast number 2. Topic is Kino no Tabi
Or Kino's Journey, the beautiful world.
The
This
beautiful.
is not how Cody sounds like when he normally speaks. I don't know why he's doing this.
What are you fucking talking about? I am
There
very.
you go. Now you sound
Get off
normal.
topic.
Holy shit.
Don't get off topic, Lewis.
All right.
Okay, I'm sorry, Steve.
So,
I apologize in advance to anybody who actually wants to sit through this. I'm not sure why. It's not that great.
Okay.
To be honest, like
You
stop
sing,
watching it
you
right
sing
now.
the shut up, Cody. You sing the English title,
It's your last warning.
The Beautiful World. We will start with a very interesting motif of Kino's journey, and it is the world is not beautiful, and that in a way lends it some sort of a beauty.
That's like a really weird translation because like in the English version, it just says like the world is not beautiful and that is why it is.
There's two
I
quotes.
think I remember that.
Series. One is the short quote, and it's like the world is not beautiful, and therefore it is. And the other one's the world is not beautiful, and that in a way
Okay.
lends it a sort of beauty.
I
Basic
remember
pretentious
the short-
poetry. All right. So right off the bat, this anime is too deep for you. So don't even try watching it.
Yeah,
Unless you're okay. Okay, I like it. It's my favorite. I like it because I felt stupid after watching it, and there aren't that many things that make me feel stupid. Philosophy is one of them. I went and like looked some of this like basic philosophy stuff up, like ethics and shit.
You mean you got Hanum to do it for you?
Yeah, I did. Me and Lewis were playing Civ. Story time.
Yeah.
Like Civilization.
Yeah.
Just me and him. I won, by the way.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you just got fucking wrecked.
I quit.
You
We
quit.
called it
You
a
did not
tie.
quit. You didn't call it a tie. I fucking won. My call.
I left.
You didn't leave.
No, you did win.
That was a
right.
different
My
game.
bad. Shut up. Fuck you,
Okay,
Cody.
okay, we were playing Civ. And I
Japanese.
was so What? Okay. I was so into this fucking. I was talking with my friend who's a philosophy major in college, university. I don't know, whatever. Right now, and I was like, okay. I literally told him the plot of an episode and was like, explain this to me. And he was like, he gave me 5 links. Fucking, I literally had like an hour and a half long conversation with this guy, my friend, on Skype, while Lewis is like, just fucking end your turn. I swear to fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
like,
look at the conversation and I'm like, wow, this makes me feel so stupid. Holy shit.
yeah, it took him an hour and a half to explain this to the point where I wasn't just like more confused.
Okay.
I don't see Naruto doing that.
Oh god. Now we're bashing.
Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Back to topic.
What topic?
our experiences with the series.
Oh.
That's the topic apparently.
All right, where did I find this? I was the first one to watch it.
Indeed.
It's probably on the 4chans, on the anime Mongo board.
What are you looking for?
I don't even know. Okay, you know what's the thing? Okay, so it was shortly after I finished playing Persona 4, and I saw this animes, and the main character looked exactly like Naoto in a fucking trench coat, and I was like, well, Naoto is best girl. And there's like a spin-off anime which has nothing to do with it actually, except the character looks exactly the same and shoots guns. And that's why I watched it. And then I watched it and I fucking shit my pants and my brain exploded. So I told Steve to watch it. And Steve watched it and he shit his pants and his head exploded.
Pretty much.
Like the thing about Kino no Tabi is you can't okay, this is when I was in my fucking like gotta watch anime, 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 gotta blah, 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 blah. Like I was fucking 1.5 series a day. At that point, I couldn't get more than 4 episodes in a row done of Kino no Tabi. Like Kino no Tabi fucking ruined me because every episode is like a philosophical thought experiment, and you can't go through fucking 12 philosophical thought experiments in the course of 4 hours. You will just die. You cannot process. Your brain shuts down. You need to just like lay in your bed with the lights on and stare at the ceiling for about 30 minutes after each episode.
I would like to ask Lewis to tell us more about his experience.
Well, being the wonderful procrastinator that I am, put it off to the last 2 nights I had to watch it. So I watched first 7 episodes rather, the night before.
You
Thursday night.
Watched them in the wrong order.
I did. So
you did like
VLC,
4 or 5.
VLC decided to screw me over. So
VLC was.
hold on. Let me. Yo, motherfucker, this is my story. Okay, so I downloaded it all and I shift click all the episodes.
We do not condone piracy here at the Anime Analysts.
I legally downloaded it all. I never said illegally. Holy fuck, dude.
No, it's just.
And I shift clicked them and add them all to the VLC playlist. So the VLC playlist starts it on episode 4.
I think we should start at episode 4.
Which, spoiler alert, is like a flashback episode to when Kino was a young girl.
Episode 4, there are 3 episodes where story happens.
Yeah, so...
Episode 4 is one of them.
So I assumed, because she's a younger girl here, this was the first episode.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert, she's a girl.
Yeah, so I was at Cody and Steve's place one time, and they showed me some of this anime, and it's like, you have to watch this. I'm like, all right. So I knew that the character was older. So I was like, this has to be the first episode, because he's younger, it's going to give me a backstory, yada, yada, yada. The next episode was the episode they showed me at their place, and they told me that was the 5th episode. So I was like, wait a minute, this can't be right. So I watched the episode.
You're like, this can't be right.
Forward.
Let me continue.
Shut the fuck up. Don't question.
I'm not questioning.
Making
sure the audience knows the score here.
Don't question my thought process. I'm a fucking genius. I get to the 6th episode, and I finally noticed at the bottom it says episode 6, and I was like, oh dear. All right, backtrack. Turns out I missed 3 episodes, so I went back, watched those, then watched the 2 Coliseum episodes.
I mean, not that it makes them. It doesn't make any sense anyway. Like it's out of chronological order.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But like,
to be fair,
we go back and
pretty good start on episode 4 because you get the backstory.
Yeah, I mean, if you were gonna start on any of the wrong episodes, I think 13 would probably be the worst.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's the last one.
Yeah,
that's where the rest of the stuff happens.
Then I watched the 2 Coliseum episodes. Went to bed, got up the next day, watched a bit more. The only episode that made me like sit down and be like, oh, okay, was the last episode. And I'm usually pretty good at dealing with like tragic things in anime. Angel Beats is not one of the things I'm good at dealing with, but like in Kino, I was alright. Yeah, more spoilers coming up.
Bad things happen, and sometimes it makes you sad.
Yeah, so there's like a volcanic explosion in the last episode. And Kino's reading through notes from the 2 peoples whose inn she stayed at and the child of the 2 innkeepers.
Okay, you skipped a step. She was in a country. They're like, get out of the country. She was like,
I'm trying to give as little spoilers as possible.
And then she left the country, and then the country gets fucking erupted on, destroyed, like Pompeii, destroyed. Yeah. And she's just watching.
So maybe it was the note from the 2 innkeepers that like set me up for being like, oh.
They weakened the jar lids.
Yeah, weakened the yeah. Well, I read the note. Well, when she was reading the note from the younger girl, I was just like, oh god, this is really sad. Holy fuck, this is really sad. Finished the episode, sat there for about 5 minutes, and they called Cody on Skype. I'm like, okay.
I had this timed. Oh. I knew he said he was starting the last episode, and I knew. Like I had watched it like again earlier that day, so I knew it was coming. I like fucking put a timer on my phone. Like 22 minutes from now, Lewis will be dead. And I just waited. I let him come to me. Like it took.
I like turned to Skype, and he sent 5 messages, and it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm like, how did he know? Then I call him on Skype and told him the same shit I'm telling you right now. Just
No, you were not capable of talking. You were like,
yeah, I was a little bit more like,
All right,
Yeah.
we're done.
Yeah.
Like, are you done? You're like, yeah, I'm pretty fucking done.
Yeah, that's a pretty good description.
It's a pretty good experience.
Literally what happened.
Now, Gabe, how about you?
Being the great procrastinator he is.
Being the great procrastinator I am.
Also,
when Steve called me a few days ago, what day was it? Friday, and he was like, "Oh, so I'm not too worried about Lewis because I know he'll watch it, even though he'll procrastinate or whatever. But like, Gabe, have you watched it?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, no, dude, I watched it. And then I watched it that night.
Yeah, he hadn't watched it.
I hadn't watched it. I watched it that night.
And just to let you guys know, that night was the night we were supposed to record this yesterday.
Yeah.
I knew it.
It was the night before.
Yeah. Like when Gabe was saying that in the call, I was there, and I'm holding back laughter, because like I don't want to give it up. I don't want to make it obvious. That
I was so serious, dude. I was completely serious.
I was like that.
That's
like,
there's no waiver.
Whenever you lie, you're like, yep, change the topic. Have you done something? Oh yeah, I totally did. So what are we doing tonight? What are you?
See, but I didn't do that.
You didn't
Exactly.
Not this time.
No. He asked me, and I was like, "Yo, yeah, no, I watched it." And he's like, "Oh, okay," because I was worried, and I was like, "No, yeah, I watched it."
Yeah.
And but anyways, so I watched I think to 8 on that night, and then I watched the rest of it the day after.
Steve, did you honestly think I put it off till last minute?
I've been talking to you for the last
fucking
week.
hurt.
Every day.
Not that you're wrong.
No. Don't bring Steve into this. This is you and me. I was in charge of you, sort of. I delegated that role to myself. Every day for the last week, I'm like, hey, you started Kino no Tabi?
Nope.
You started watching that? And you'd be like, no. And I'd be like, come on, man.
To be fair, I eventually downloaded it.
Yeah, and then you watched it again 3 days, or you watched it 3 days later.
From legal methods, of course.
Again,
legal. Yeah. Did I ever say I went to the piratebay.net?
You did not.
And then
I did not go to the piratebay.net.
In the search bar, you search Kino.
I did not go to the piratebay.net. I did not search Kino no Tabi in the search bar.
Because Kino no Tabi doesn't work.
I did not click the most
results.
seeded link.
There's no results for Kino no Tabi. It's Kino's journey.
Cody would know.
I mean, the Anime Analysts do not.
Cody wouldn't know because he also doesn't download from illegal sites.
Yeah. So moving on. So I watched it. I watched 8 episodes and I watched the rest. And like by episode 3, I was like, okay, this is kind of dark, depressing, and like, I mean, I get it.
You can tell it's a Cody's favorite.
But like, yeah.
I know, like Cody is so brooding. And
it was definitely like 3D by me, but like, I don't know, it was all right.
It's all right.
Things like. I think it's one of those animes where I can only enjoy it if I watch it like 4 times over.
Hold on a minute. Is the plural to anime also anime, or is it animes?
I don't know.
I think it's anime.
It's anime.
I think it's anime.
Because anime is short for animations, and if you were to cut the same end off of animation and animations, it's the same, right? So like, I think
should be the same. But I don't know. It's the one thing I didn't get was when does episode 13 actually take place?
Okay.
So
Cody's excited.
I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm so fucking ready.
One of the first places.
Right. Chronological order. This is full of spoilers, by the way. This is my opinion. Makes sense to me. So the first thing that happens is episode 4.
Yeah,
without a doubt,
right? Because she's like 12 years old.
Yes.
And then she does some stuff, spoilers happens, and she just runs away from home with a talking motorcycle that says, come on, let's go on an adventure, little girl. Okay, let's go. And then she goes. And then something else, which episode was it? I think it was, is it on 11? I think it's on 11. Yeah, it's on in episode 11, it goes back to another flashback where she's 12 again, and she's like, and then her motorcycle runs out of gas and she almost gets killed by a wolf. But then some chick is like, nah, blam blam blam.
Yeah.
This one's for Tupac, and fucking Glocks that wolf in the face. And Wolf's dead. And then from there it's like, oh, this is my master. She's talking about her master or whatever. And she always talks about her master. And so it's like, okay, this is the master. She saved her and then she trained her, presumably. It's never actually fully explained. You have to like think about it. Like, okay, so this is the master. She's like, Kino is like fucking Bruce Lee with guns. So when she says master, and the master has a gun, probably trained her in the gun shoot techniques. I think probably.
Yeah,
It's safe to assume that. And then after that, she's training for some time. Whenever, how many times, I don't really know. It doesn't say. It's not explicit. She's a couple years,
and then eventually she goes on her journey, and then episode 13 happens.
Episode 13. Okay, so right after, after episode 11, she gets saved, and then the training. The next thing that happens is the prologue in episode 1.
Yes, most likely.
Most likely, because it's talking about how she, when she's in the desert, and Hermes is being a little bitch again, and being like, "Hey, fucking, we should go back because I don't want to get stuck in the desert. Because if you die, I'm stuck in the desert."
Oh.
And shut up, Hermes. No one asked you.
It's most likely.
And then rain happens, and so yeah, she's talking about like it's not too. Hermes is like, "Oh, it's not too late to go back to Masters." Like, okay, so that's probably right after.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Right. Okay, and then after that, there's at the end of episode 13 is the second part of the prologue, which is the beginning thing. It's like 10 seconds saying like, "What do we do now?" I'm gonna think about what to do. Like it's just.
Yeah.
Okay. And then right after that, I think in episode 13 she only has one gun.
Yes, and she gets the other one in episode 13.
She has
so that must happen next.
Yeah, so 13 is before anything else we see.
Yes.
And then anything else could be almost
except for episode 1.
Why?
Because she mentions
talking about the desert?
No, Hermes is asking Kino what something, and then she's practicing at night her guns, shooting stuff and cleaning them.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Oh, the reason why I don't stay more than 3 days in countries is because I'm afraid of that. It's happening again.
Yeah, which is
the events in episode 13. So at least episode 1 goes.
Okay, so basically 13. All of episode 4, then a little bit of episode 11, like 5 seconds of episode 11, and then to episode 13, and then back to episode 1, the rest of episode 1, and then like the last bit of episode 13, and then the rest happens eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Okay. That makes a bit more sense. But like, yeah, no, when I saw 13, it was like...
I mean, it's not Haruhi here.
She's getting her second gun. So like, all of this is pointless because I already know the future.
I think 13 would have been a good...
She has the gun. That's it. All you know is that she has.
And that she lives, and like
that she lives. Well, I mean, you don't even know there's danger. Episode 13 is like.
I mean, the most important thing when you're a traveler is not to lose your life. So she accomplished the most important thing
she
already.
Did do that. She did.
So.
I feel like if she had not, like, they left the whole scene with the gunmaker out of there, that would have been a really great episode 13, like a good ending episode.
Why? What?
Because all the references to the first episode.
What about it?
I just like that. I like how that came at the end of the season. Not references to the first episode, but like
the first chronological episode.
Yeah, the first chronological episode. Because you watch it in chronological order, it should be
that is a fucking
which is
exercise.
Very opinionated.
Well, it would be, but it makes logical sense. Like that's.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember any other like solid hints that put other episodes in front of other episodes, but those like 4 that is the chronological order. Things happen in between them, probably, maybe, we don't know. But as far as what we're shown, like, I'm almost certain. I am confident in saying that. But you don't like the gun.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, 3 Men Among the Rails might have gone before episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because three men on the Rails has 2 specific situations that you like actually. Well, one you like and the other one I like, and one is Kino. Where are you going?
That's fucking okay. That's so weird.
And the other one.
Do you understand that? Because I still don't understand that.
It's hard. And the other one is the decision-making progress. Everything's democratic, and they're all like,
"Oh yeah, okay.
yeah. You die, you don't die." So in episode 1, Kino goes like,
"Are you talking about in the prologue?"
No, like in episode 1.
Okay.
In actual episode.
There's another thing. Remember in which episode was it at the very end where like they come to a fork in the road, and Hermes is like, "Go right," and Kino's like, "We're going left."
That's at the end of episode
1 or
3
2?
Men Among the Rails.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's referenced again in Taylor Mechanical Doll, when she goes in the house, they're like, okay, which door do we go? And it's really funny because fucking Hermes says right, Kino says left, and Kino just gives Hermes the fucking, I'm fucking sick of your shit.
It was actually the opposite.
No, dude, no, okay. The fucking scene, like, they say it, there's a pause, and Kino just looks down and looks fucking done. And then she's just like, fuck it, I go where I want. I'm going this way. And then...
Yeah, but she goes right.
Yeah.
Not left. Yeah, you switched it.
Oh,
don't remember that.
Relative.
Just directions.
It's all relative.
I had a 1 in 2 chance of getting that right.
Yeah. And the same thing happens in episode 1 somewhat more liberally.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, where do we go? And Kino's like, stop right there. It's my decision. Fuck off.
Oh, okay. Something else before I forget. The dog. Why could he no longer talk?
Dog?
The dog can talk. Okay, see, here's the thing. Let me pull up the Wikipedia article because
Does the dog not want his? Does the dog not want?
No. All right. So there are 4. Okay. So Kino no Tabi. This is history lesson a little bit. It's a light novel. All right, written by some guy. This is my keyboard sound. Kino's journey. The beautiful as a Japanese. Kino's Journey is a Japanese light novel series written by Keiichi Sezawa with illustrations by Kohaku Kuroboshi. The series original. Okay, so yeah, it's a series of light novel books, which is the books with the novels and the pictures a little bit. That's a light novel, right? It's like a novel, but like small, and there's pictures.
A light novel is in contrast to manga, it's more about the text.
And there's some pictures to like provide. Okay, so yeah, and then it was adapted into an anime and like a film, and there's a drama CD as well, I think, and a manga, and it's like a lot of stuff. And it's interesting because where is it? Okay, so Riku is a talking dog who travels with a guy. Don't worry about that. In the anime, Riku only talks to Hermes and his master. Right? So there's the talking dog will talk to the dog's master. And Hermes, the motorcycle talking dog, talking motorcycle. In the English version, the English dub of the anime, the dog does not respond to his master with words. He just whimpers and barks. Just cuz. And in the novels, he speaks to both Kino and Hermes. And it's all like, it's just like, there's no consistency. There's a dog and it talks sometimes when it feels like it.
No, but the dog talks.
Yeah.
To his master.
Yes. In the Japanese original.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But in English, if you watch the anime in English.
As if.
It goes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
English dub of
okay, but what I'm wondering about is at the end, where the dog just doesn't talk, and then even when Kino and Hermes are leaving, the master like says something to him, and then Riku's just like bark or something.
Because he's a troll.
Because he felt like
grade
it. I don't know.
troll.
Okay.
He just doesn't. I don't even know.
Well, the master just looks at him like weirdly.
Yeah, because
afterwards,
I think it's just for whatever reason in the anime is like
just bizarre.
I'm gonna be tricky and not talk to the Kino so that because right after Hermes is like, hey, did you know that dog talks? And Kino's like, shut the fuck up, you fucking motorcycle.
Yeah, but like
dogs don't talk. Dogs bark.
I don't know. For some reason, I felt like what Kino was saying was true. Like maybe Kino knew something about, since it was the master's end of the journey or something, that like maybe the dog could not talk anymore. This is just like what I thought at the moment.
Dude, whoa.
So because it was the end of his journey, the dog couldn't talk, and Kino knew this, and that's why I felt like she was being a little bit like.
Dude, Kino's
like she was laughing a little at Hermes because Hermes like the dog can talk, and Kino was like, no, the dog can't talk.
Dogs don't talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Kino is so annoying. Okay. Oh my god. All right.
Cody's like biggest problems in life.
It's not even my anime character doesn't talk.
Oh my god! Like, you can hear the like pain and suffering in his voice.
Okay, so it's just it's pretentious sometimes. I can see where they're coming from. All right, so for example, there's an episode, something happens, spoiler stuff, and Hermes is like, "Oh, what would you do if something like this happens again?" And Kino just shuts the fuck up and speeds up and doesn't say anything. And as a character, That's just stupid. Just not talking, not responding. That's fucking rude. Someone asks you a question and you ignore them and you just get all pissy and whatever. Like she does this all the time. Or like people will be like, "Oh, hey, do you know what this is?" And she does because we just saw her know what that is. She's like, "No."
Well,
I don't know what that
she
is.
doesn't do that often. She only does
it so she's at least like 6 times.
Well, okay, she does it to the guy with the gun, but that's only because her master told her not to tell about it.
Yeah, okay, no, that's a specific reason, which is fine. But like the other, people. Okay, so like people, she's the whole like, oh, when you see it, what is the quote? The birds and the whenever you see a bird, you want to go on a journey.
Whenever you see a bird, it says whenever people see a bird, they get the urge to go on a journey.
Journey. Okay, yeah, that quote. All right, someone then Hermes asks who said that, and she's like, oh, I don't know.
Maybe she doesn't.
Well, maybe she. I don't. Maybe she doesn't. But like,
no, she does. She does.
Isn't it? Was it the
In
original?
episode 4.
It was the original
Kino. Yeah, the original Kino. Hermes didn't know
but what if she forgot? That's what I'm saying.
Dude, there's no way she fucking forgot that guy. Like,
you can't.
Okay.
you can't forget that guy. Like,
You can't forget the guy that jumped in front of a knife.
to save her life.
from your
and just,
parents.
like, influence was the main decision. Like everything is based on.
Okay, but consider this.
Considering.
She doesn't remember her own name. What if she doesn't even remember almost anything about her old life?
Well, no, because episode 4 was in a flashback that was narrated by her.
Yes.
So everything that happened in episode 4, she remembers clearly. Everything that the audience can know about episode 4, she remembers clearly.
Does it though?
Yes, that's my assumption.
I didn't assume that. I assumed that after she set out, she just started calling herself Kino and just like forgot about everything of her old life just because she shut it out.
Yeah, but like what she says in the beginning, like she doesn't really remember what her name was, but she remembers that it was a flower and that if you changed some of the sounds, it was like mean.
Yeah.
She remembers bits and pieces. Yeah, it's true.
If I quite remember the name for the little girl in 13 is
Sakura.
Sakura. Yeah, which they changed to like me something else.
It's people think.
Yeah, I mean, it's
the only stand.
Sure, but I mean, we don't really know, right? Like,
there's no way to know. It's kind of
it's kind of just
it's vague. It's vague. But anyway, it's like she'll do this, and I like it as far as what it's trying to do, or what I think it's trying. I've noticed something okay, if she doesn't express her opinion, then you can't just attach yourself to them, like because with a lot of animes and stuff, or a lot of anything really, movies and stuff, like as soon as one of the main characters says their opinion on something, the audience goes like, yeah, that makes sense. I like that idea. That's probably what happened. But like, she doesn't say anything, so the audience is like, shit. What do I like? What do I think? What is my opinion? I don't know. I have not been told what my opinion is, so you have to think about it. And I like that. But I really don't like it because it makes her seem like either like super amnesiac or like the most insufferable bitch.
I mean, she was doing it from when she was a child. In the episode 4, when Kino talks to her, like originally Kino talks to her, and he says, "What's your name?" and she just shuts the fuck up.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's probably to keep the
well.
Her name.
I mean, she does that only really.
Oh yeah, for the plot.
She
She shuts the fuck up for the plot.
Well, because she also doesn't like her name, and people
whether she knows she's doing that or not.
Yeah, because she didn't shut the fuck up. She just paused for half a second and then like dodged the question and said something else. Said, "Oh, my family is an inn. Come stay at my inn."
No, that's not how it went. She stopped talking until he asked, "Do you know where there's a place I could stay?"
Well, there you go.
No, actually, okay. What he said was that too personal a question? First.
Yeah.
Original Kino, a man of
and then
class.
she was like, I don't, and then they have a little talk, and then it's like, yeah, where can I stay?
Okay.
There you go. All right.
So the Kino no Tabi
we're
expert
talking about
here has
we
a
should
poor
probably go
recollection.
back. All right.
Going back to the first episode.
JK. We spun off a bit.
It'd be
First episode.
where I don't even remember what I was talking about.
You were talking about the 4th episode. No. It was 3 Men Along the Rails.
You're talking a lot of things.
Where are you going?
Where you go?
Bwong, cuts to
Bwong.
fucking orange. Really weird, like
I think she kills them.
And
she kills them.
I think she has a personal vendetta against people that ask her.
What if the original Kino like brainwash? What is that called?
What if? Hold on.
No. That's her fucking kill phrase. If you say, "Where are you going?"
Yeah, exactly.
Turns
Like a
into a
KGB
bloodthirsty
agent.
assassin.
just gets turned on by like a keyword and then just like kills
And
her.
then she forgets
But
about it
doesn't
after.
know.
That's why she's an
Yeah.
amnesia. That's why she's an amnesiac, because
Okay, we
people always
solved it.
ask her where she's going. We've solved the mystery. Whenever people ask her where she's going,
Yeah.
her brain stops working, she fucking kills them, and then she snaps out of it later and forgets what happened.
Wow, it's got way darker than it already was.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we solved it, so I guess.
So I guess we're done. That's the end of this podcast.
It's not.
Thanks for tuning in.
Uh-huh.
Not quite. Not
Next
quite.
week's episode is on Naruto.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch the entirety of it.
Yeah.
Probably talk for about 30
I
minutes.
think if we started now, before we finish this podcast, we still would not
if
be done in 2 weeks.
No, I was done.
Straight.
I was done.
All of it? Not just Shippuden, like the original series and Shippuden. All of the filler.
No, I didn't include it.
Yeah, no way.
I only did Shippuden.
The original
I
is
missed-
better.
I
The
skipped the filler.
original's better anyway.
Okay, let's stop about Naruto.
Kino no Tabi,
Where are we going?
Continuing here.
king of the tables. Let's go.
Another quote to bring more thoughts to the
All the
table.
quotes.
Yeah. Sometimes travelers turn into poets for me.
This is so stupid. This is okay.
Holy fuck.
No,
dude.
this is so dumb. Okay,
The quotes
that
are
episode.
like,
No, the quote, because the reason you think this is important, it's not important. I don't think, because like fucking. All right. It's which episode was that? Was that Prophecies? Line of Prophecies. All right, so Line of Prophecies. This one is one of my favorite episodes. Basically, she goes to this town and they're all like, the world's gonna end tomorrow, or in 3 days. So like, because she only says 3
I
days.
love the crossover story. It was this episode.
I'm going to TLDR this episode because it's important to explain why Steve thinks this quote is stupid. Why I think
I don't
this
think
quote
it's
is stupid.
interesting.
Well, then why are you talking? Okay,
I mean,
I
think it's interesting, but
but
I'm
heated, got fired up. All right, okay. So episode 3, she goes into a country. They say the world's gonna end in 3 days. Like some fucking priest dudes or whatever. By the way,
religion.
yeah, and they're all like atheism, fucking fedora tipping. It's so funny because like Kino's like, why do they think that? They're like, oh, it's because it says in the book. You can't tell, but I'm just like leaning into Steve right now.
Can confirm he's leaning into it now.
Not in a gay way. And like, are you serious?
They don't do anything that's not in a gay way. They sleep in the same room for crying out loud.
We're actually we have our hands like swapped over. We're like I've got my hand on his
Entwined.
dick. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got
What?
his hand.
Continuing.
We're stroking slowly so you don't hear it on the microphone. Okay, so that happens, and then she leaves because the world doesn't end, and they're like, "What the fuck? The world didn't end." He's like, "Oh no!" The other guy comes like, "No! This guy was fucking stupid. It's not gonna end in 3 days. It's gonna end in 30 days. We forgot to carry the
No,
one."
30 years.
We forgot to
No, even
carry the
better.
one.
No, they're
Yeah,
like,
it's 30 years.
We didn't count this one thing because the thing is fine. The
Yeah.
world's still gonna end in 30 years. It'll be great. And it's like, that's not at all similar to the rapture scares that happen in the real world. At all.
2012.
Wink.
Holy fuck. Now we're getting like angsty here.
Dude, it's so. I know this episode is so.
Like atheism XD.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So then she goes to some other country which has nothing to do with anything, where their tradition is they don't have a they it's fuck it, whatever. It doesn't
Isn't
matter.
their tradition?
Skip
They
it.
changed their tradition.
Yeah, their tradition. They don't have a traditional thing, and they're sad because no one wants to come to their country because they don't have a tradition. But their tradition is every time a traveler comes to their country, they pretend to have a different tradition.
And the king that got kicked out, his descendant, is now a scholar that's researching the country.
That doesn't matter. It's just pointless.
But like,
Filler.
yeah, filler within an episode.
Filler. Okay.
That's how like
Then she goes-
shit this
She
anime
goes,
is.
she goes to this place that doesn't
I'm
look
joking.
anything like Venice at all. And
You're getting a bit quieter, Cody.
Oh, probably because I just yelled into the microphone. They goes to this place,
There you go.
which is like Venice, not like Venice. Is like not like Venice because there's like water everywhere, and they've got like Italian striped shirt men with the paddle boats.
Yeah.
Italian guy. What it's called? Little
I
banana.
don't remember what the
Those
boats are
things.
called.
You know, people. Okay, yeah, exactly. All right, and there's like some really angsty like poetry being read, which just sounds like death. Stuff happens. Basically, the book.
Gondola.
Gondola. There you go.
There you go.
Okay, so basically, the book that the crazy. The very. The book that the people in the first country were reading, like that said the world was gonna end, was actually just like really angsty poetry written by a guy who killed himself. Kind of, not really.
Yeah.
It's complicated. Stuff happens and he writes a really like a 10-year long poem where he just every day he'd wake up and say more stuff, and it was angst.
It was like depression.
So the prophecy was not even a thing. It was just someone's stupid poetry.
That got written into a book.
DAE Bible.
Well, holy fuck, we're getting.
I know this. No, that's not even me. Like, I just think it's kind of like, wow, they're going all out, aren't they?
And we should invite Brand to this
No,
podcast.
that's okay.
Oh God, no.
And then after that, so that's when you go like, oh dang, that was so ironic. How it's not even really, you know, what that's not even the thing, but they think it's the thing, and you're just like, silly people, it's not even the thing. And in the epilogue, a country just fucking straight up comes in and says they're going to blow up this country because of the prophecy.
It was the original country with the
Original
churches.
country that thought the world was going to end gets fucking destroyed.
Yeah, the world was gonna end.
So the world ended for them.
No, that's not how it went. The country that thought the world was going to end found where the prophecy was written from, and they thought the only way to prevent the end of the world was to destroy the country that wrote the prophecy.
No. Your
Yes.
understanding of that episode is completely wrong.
No.
They
Play bells? Can we
went
play
to
bells? Can we
destroy
count them?
the
All right, there are
place.
Shh. Let me explain this shit. This is what I'm here for. There are 3 countries, Lewis.
Yes.
There is the country that, with the sad guy who wrote the poem.
Yeah.
There's the country she first visits where they think the world's going to end
Yeah.
in 3 days. And there's a third country with tanks and artillery that want to blow up the country that looks like a plate because it says you must destroy the plate to save the world or the world will end. And they're like, oh, we figured it out. We'll just blow up this
Which
country.
is the first country.
Which is the first country.
Yes.
There are 3 countries, Lewis. The one that wrote the book, nothing bad happens to them. Except for they have angsty poetry broadcasted 24/7 for every...
I believe she left the country with the angsty poetry at the end.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you would assume the epilogue would
No. She doesn't know about the okay. You're mixing it up. Okay, so she goes into the green plate country that thinks the world's gonna end, and then she leaves the green plate country on the night they said the world was going to end, and they're like, oh, it didn't end. So she leaves that night because she only stays 3 days, and then as she's making a camp outside, a second country comes and blows that country up, and tells her why.
That's not how the
And then-
episode ended, though.
And then she goes,
I know, but it comes back. It flashes back to this.
It's a flashback, and
So
then
they're doing the bullshit chronological
yes,
order
it's
thing.
Kino no Tabi. Is what they're doing.
Ugh.
Chronological order.
Yeah.
So you gotta. This is fucking noob trap right here.
Well, the way I saw it was they discovered.
But you
in
saw
fact, I thought they said one of the priests discovered where it was written, and we're going to the country to like.
Yes, but it was
blow
a priest in a third country, not in the first
God, fucking religions and other countries.
one. Because the country that thought they were going to get
Fucking-
destroyed did get destroyed.
The country that thought they were gonna save the world by destroying a country.
Japan using their
Destroyed a country
missionaries to
in the
convert
wilderness.
Poland, and then Poland's like, I'm gonna go to
Yeah,
war.
so the
with-
prophecy was right.
The prophecy,
Kino no Tabi is just one giant Civ game.
but it was self-fulfilling,
Confirmed.
and it was really stupid. And that's why people. It was literally like, isn't things funny? Isn't this funny? That's why you're like,
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
like I said, this is one of the first episodes where I was just
It was
like,
humorous. I enjoyed it.
I stopped for a bit, chuckled, and went, huh, that's pretty funny.
Death and
But like,
destruction.
no, like funny.
Genocide. That's funny.
no, funny.
It is, though.
Funny.
Fucking
funny,
hilarious.
dark humor. It's funny in a way where you're like, it's ironic. It's dramatic irony. You understand. You have all of the pieces. Like,
There was no
Kino-
episode.
okay, Kino has all of the pieces, but she doesn't give them to anybody else because she didn't. Well, she actually didn't get the last piece because that when they invaded, she hadn't gone to the poetry country yet. So in the poetry country, it dawns on her, and she's just like, oh,
Oh,
okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
But so as the viewer, you are shown it in an order, so you get all the pieces, and you can put it together and go.
my
That's
the
ironic.
moment where I found the irony the largest was when Kino said the main thing that's helped me survive so far is luck.
Yeah.
Is my good luck.
Right.
And I was like,
Yeah.
you have terrible luck. Like this shit doesn't happen to normal people.
But she's always the one
yeah,
surviving.
but it doesn't happen to her either. If you think about it, she
It-
goes to a
but-
country that got
okay.
destroyed.
Okay,
She
Gabe,
Time.
almost
give me
gets
one.
gangbanged by like 40 tatatons or whatever they're called.
Gabe, tell me one
walking
country
out
in
of the city.
story. Give me one country in this entire anime that isn't completely fucked in the head.
Hang on.
The last one. I mean, other than the fact that they all want to die. But that's
Pretty
just they're
big fact.
suicidal. Yeah, but I mean,
Well,
otherwise,
pretty
it's
big
fine.
fact.
Episode 11, there's a country, the country, and at the beginning of episode 11, they do not, they allow criminals if they have not repented, but if they have shown progress and shit, they're released from prison. Like, if they're not bad people anymore. That's not fucked up.
No, I think. Wait,
Okay, but
which
then
one
the
was it?
criminal,
The one that
girlfriend.
wasn't the one that wasn't the criminal killed the criminal.
So they're still fucked in the head.
No, it's one.
Maybe not the
one
whole
person
country,
in the-
but
yeah,
like,
it's not the country. It's not the country.
well, you don't know.
No,
you don't-
okay. The most normal one is the one that changes its tradition all the time.
Yeah, I
No.
can see that. That sounds like something Victoria would do.
Really?
It changes its tradition for travelers. Like it's weird, but it's not messed up. It's just
Weird.
it's just weird.
They're all weird though.
But that's their own thing. Like it's not like
Maybe they don't all try and kill people, but like fuck, dude. Honestly, the
None of these are
episode.
normal,
What's
man.
sad is the episode. I was like, I felt the word not what's the word terminology like the least shitty about was like Coliseum Part 2.
Coliseum is beyond fucked up. All of
That's
Coliseum
And
is
it's, and
fucked up.
yet it's the episode I felt the least like depressed
Yeah,
about.
because it was the simplest to understand episode, and like it kind of had a good ending. Like you were like, okay, that's nice.
except not.
Good things happen.
She,
Well,
like- She
nothing-
like
it doesn't have a bad ending.
I mean, okay, sure. Not to mega spoil, but I mean the rule she makes is a little bit
If you had the chance to kill Hitler, would you?
Doctor Who did it.
only if Hitler is like what was it, like 2,000 people? I mean
I forget
like
the rule. I
in
forget the rule.
this sense, Hitler was like 2,000 people.
No, the only rule she said is that you can't hurt the slaves.
And the king has to fight in the tournament to
Yeah.
retain his which would mean that they would want to like not have the tournament anymore, or no one would want to be king. So it could be a snowball effect where like you don't want to die, so you don't want to be king because the king
Either
has to win the
that,
tournament.
either that, or you get this like fucking military dictatorship where like the strongest
Yeah.
man controls everybody, but they're
Yeah.
still not allowed to hurt the slaves. It's against the law. I mean, they could change that law. See, it sounds so great, but then the king could just be like, "No, we're not doing that." Except the
Yeah.
king's dead, isn't he? So
Yeah.
who's the next king though?
They
Nobody knows. Who
Whoever
cares?
wins the
Next
tournament.
episode. Next
Anyways,
time on Kino no Tabi. The best part is the episode after that isn't even from the perspective of Kino. It's some
Yeah,
random chick
true.
talking about how she met a traveler. It's refreshing, but completely different and bad. I don't like it. My least favorite episodes are the Coliseum episode, like 6, 7, and 8. Coliseum, part 1 and 2, and Land of Wizards. My least favorite episodes.
I was okay
like-
with.
I feel like
Coliseum
Kino no
was one of
Tabi-
the most entertaining, but like I didn't like it because
Land
the
of
rest of
Wizards-
it.
Land of Wizards like was the least. Actually, that place wasn't messed up at all.
No, but they were so obsessed with farming.
Yeah, but like
0.2%
That's it.
increase in farming. Like, oh,
like
ooh,
everyone's obsessed
baby.
with something. That wasn't like
Yeah, that was the least fucked
that's
up.
fairly
part.
normal.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Land of Wizards is the least fucked up. Confirmed.
Alright. It also ends fine. Like it ends happily.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they gave you they gave you a break from all the
they give
fucking
you a break,
depression.
yeah. Before throwing you back down the gutter.
Before you go through the
And
gauntlet,
like stomping on your
the last
like,
like 6
stomping your face.
episodes are just like okay. Okay.
I'm gonna sit down for
Alright,
this.
okay, so that's my least favorite. So I don't know
Well,
if you
okay.
disagree with me though. Like,
I do, but like
well, what's
that's
your
because I like a different style. Like
what's your least favorite episode, Lewis?
my least favorite episode, Lewis.
Yes.
That's a good question, actually. It's hard to say. I think I just like all of them the same, but I kind of like Land of the Wizards and the Coliseum a little bit more. Maybe just because they had happier endings.
Pleb status confirmed.
Well, I mean, sure, whatever.
The rest is just too deep for you.
He is a resident player.
Yeah, I am the.
All right.
No.
Yeah,
It's
snap in my
Weave
face. I
in
can't
Training.
snap very
Get
well.
the fucking title right.
Snap. Okay, snap. I really vibed. Okay, Gabe. Stop.
Yeah.
What's
What?
your least favorite episode? Because every episode is its own story. It's self-contained. It's like a sitcom. Other than the story ones, everything else is just like
My least favorite episode was the
Yeah.
one with the wise old man, the hypnotist. I was just like, fucking what? All right.
I like the wise.
Yeah, that's-
I like the
that's-
wise old
it
man.
was interesting.
I like that one.
Again, that's another thing. It's like the concept of
It reminded me too much of her home
more
country.
philosophy shit. Oh shit, too deep. Too real.
I
What?
was just like,
Land of Wizards
fucking-
was the flying machine.
Oh, that
fucking
was my
like,
favorite
Yeah.
episode.
High five me, because fist bumping isn't loud enough for the microphone.
I don't know.
No,
Snap.
stop snap. I can't snap. Don't make fun of me, Steve.
What was 8? What came after Land of Wizards?
Okay, Land of Wizards was, and then it was Land of Books.
Land of Wizard was 8.
And the books is my favorite.
Land of Books is 9. Okay, we're skipping the turn. You fucking okay, Gabe. What's your least favorite?
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, Land of Books, and then what?
And then Tale of Mechanical Dolls.
That one was good.
I like
That one was good. Yeah, I don't know.
Except
I
it
liked
was
all of them.
fucked
but-
up. Hey,
Yeah.
Mom, I'm back from school. Artillery. Goodbye.
No, it wasn't
And
artillery.
a building
terrorist
falls
bomb.
on it.
It was a bomb inside the building because
Even
terrorism.
better. Even better.
Yeah, 'cause
That's nothing
ethnic
like
racism.
the IRA at all. Trust me. Trust me.
Alright.
All right.
I don't know.
I apologize.
okay-
to
I was
any
okay with
of our
all of them,
viewers who are members of the IRA or have family members that were members of the IRA.
What's
Basic, the Irish Republic,
Oh, okay, never mind that.
Irish Army, Revolutionary maybe.
Something
We
like
don't
that.
like your version of Christianity. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, and yeah, basically with bomb. Okay, too real. So what was your least favorite episode, Gabe?
I can't think of one. I don't know.
All right, they're all the best. Gabe,
They're all okay.
they're all okay. Says Gabe.
Some
Well,
are good.
Some are good.
Otherwise, they're okay.
Some are good. Put this
Not-
up. Put
not
this
enough
up.
boobs.
Put this up. Not enough boobs.
Not enough boobs.
All right. What's your criticism? What is your criticism, Lewis?
My criticism?
Too deep for you?
No.
Too deep for you.
No.
Just for him.
All right. My
Can
criticism:
I
the fucking
whatever.
ending.
Fuck it, whatever,
Fucking
I guess.
The ending song sucks. I'm
The
sorry.
ending song does suck.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I
Fun.
didn't.
Fun.
I didn't even listen to the ending song.
That's how much it sucks.
I listened to like 3
Alright.
seconds of it, and then
Okay, no. All right. So this is the character, the actress who plays Kino. This was her first anime role, and one of her first singing roles as well in the ending. So she tried. Pretty good. Not that bad. I don't know. But I'm not.
The instrumentation.
Yeah, the chorus is nice. I liked the chorus,
Yeah.
but it's boring.
It
The
is
song.
very boring.
The best song is the one that plays when she first gets on the motorcycle. I think it's called "He Gives Me Speed and I Give Him Balance" or something like that. Something like that. It's called that. Something like that. Which is a quote.
I wonder where they got that title from.
I don't know, probably from the quote that was said like 3 seconds before the song started.
Sarcasm.
No, that's like one of my. I tried to look it up. I couldn't find it. They didn't release an OST, and I'm sad because that song is great.
Oh.
I liked it a lot.
Are you sure there's not an OST?
Yeah, there's an OST for like the drama CD, for like the visual novel, for everything else except for the anime.
I'm sure you can
And the
legally download it
Sure,
in a
fuck
place that's not the Pirate Bay.
Yeah.
No, I've tried. I
To
tried.
legally
I
download it in a
legally
place.
I
download
spent
it
25
outside of
minutes
Pirate Bay.
trying to legally download it outside of the Pirate Bay and other websites I may or may not use.
You wouldn't
Couldn't
use
find
them
it.
because
I
you only
couldn't find
download
it. It was not released. They did not release an OST. And that makes me sad.
I will.
Because
I
the
will check
music
that.
is so good. The music, I love the music.
Yeah,
The
intro's
audio, the
nice,
sound
I
design,
think.
it was so cool.
Okay, what happens if someone finds this song for you? What do you lose? What are we betting? Can we do it? Can we do like a bet thing, like someone calls someone Lord?
I'm gonna suck their dick.
We okay. All right, confirmed here. If someone finds
If someone finds the official original soundtrack for the anime, what? No. 1 second.
All right. Well, Cody's sucking seasick. Anyways, while they're doing that, so
The game.
Lewis, the most shocking thing for me was like the intro the very first time, and I knew nothing about the show.
Don't scare me like that. I don't
The
want to
sun-
lose my game.
You know, just like pulls out a gun, and I'm like, where
Yeah.
did this come from?
This is so edgy. Well, no,
This
that
is-
came.
like
okay, for
no,
me-
it was just like
That
it was
wasn't
weird.
it for me because
I didn't expect it.
I already known this when I went to Steve's house and Goey's house to do the montage parody.
Oh,
And,
episode
that-
3. Oh no, yeah.
So four,
No,
and I knew
when
Kino
she
was
pulls
an
out a gun,
edgy.
like in the intro, Like I
Easy
didn't see that
person.
coming.
No?
No, I was like, what is this about? It's just a traveler and stuff. And it's like
Fucking gun,
yeah,
blah,
like,
blah, blah, blah.
what?
Fucking
I
dialogue.
thought this was like not
Okay,
not
honestly,
modern.
there was not a lot that surprised me with the well, no, my biggest surprise in the entire anime was episode 13 when the fucking volcano erupted out of fucking nowhere.
Okay. What are your favorite? What's your favorite episode?
Favorite episode?
Episode.
Hands down?
Yes.
Good question.
Mine is 3 Men Along the Rails.
I don't know. It's like it's either
Is too, but I don't know if it's my favorite.
say I liked the Land of Wizards just because it had a happy ending for once in the whole fucking anime.
I really have that song.
But
Alright, that's the same. It's a shame.
That is the official.
Oh.
I like the episode 4 just because of the backstory. Episode 4? Episode 4.
Yeah,
The backstory. Sorry.
Alright.
My favorite definitely has to be the one with the warring cities.
The one where they just
Nah, that was good, but like I was just like, oh my
That
god,
episode-
what the fuck?
Like
I had
when I realized what was happening, I was like,
see, I watched it again, and knowing what happens makes that episode a lot less good.
yeah, I know, but
So when I
like
watched it again, I was like, I already know. I just
don't
want
know.
I just want this episode to be over so I can remember what happens in the next episodes. Like,
when you don't know,
yeah, when you don't know, you're just like, dude.
it was very good.
What's your favorite episode? I think you already said
Land of Books.
Line of books. The book ones.
The Land of Books.
Oh, okay.
He gets very close to the microphone so you can
Does.
hear.
Cody's thing.
Glorious high
I look away from the mic to breathe.
glorious high definition.
I didn't understand that episode enough.
The killing people
It
or
was
Land of
tricky for me.
Books?
No, the Land of Books.
3D 5
Like, there's so many. There's like, okay, you can't even begin. Like, okay,
I just rewatched it a few
you
minutes
could.
ago.
You. I was watching it over your shoulder, and I'm still just like, huh? Because
Honey?
there's like, okay, it starts off with a story being read by Kino, and then Kino goes somewhere, and stuff happens, and it's like, what if you're a book, Kino? What if this is a book? What if someone is reading a book about you right now? And the best part is like I
Isn't
said,
that the
it's
episode
a
where the
light novel.
tank just shows
yeah,
up?
it's the episode with
Yeah.
the tank. Don't worry. Okay, but the best
Like a
part
doesn't
tank,
actually
tank
show
just
up.
appears.
when you're with the see, this episode would be even better when you're reading it in the light novel because it's literally it breaks the fourth wall. It shatters it, destroys it, and then builds it again to shatter it a third time. Like,
Yep.
yeah, it's the most confusing episode,
I agree.
hands down.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree. But
I don't even want to try because it's not even that thought provoking. It's just like how confusing
fuck
can
just
we make
happened?
it as possible. Like you could watch it and like try and understand it, and I think given enough time, you probably would eventually. But then you're like, that's it. You understand it. That's what you've accomplished. You understand an episode of an anime that nobody watches.
And you've spent 20 hours to do so.
Congrats.
Gabe, do you remember when we showed it to Brandon?
yeah,
That episode, you watched
Yeah,
it.
that episode was the first one I ever saw because Steve's favorite, and he showed it to me a while ago.
And Brandon.
But like, yeah, but like, I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention much. I remember watching it, but like, it was like, I don't even want to try with this.
You're like, yep,
Like,
that was anime.
sure. I
think that
feel
was
like
anime.
I'm missing.
The only
I
one-
thought like I was missing the entire anime before it, and then
No,
like
no,
the
no.
anime would
and then you got
paid.
to it again. You're like,
But, like,
there,
no.
there wasn't anything
It was-
there. It's just
You paid full attention to the episode, had all your attention, and when you finished it, you were like, man, I must have been really zoned out for that episode. I didn't understand any
That's
of
what
it.
it fucking destroys you, but like not in like an emotional way, and like your brain does. It's
It
trying.
doesn't destroy you,
You
you
don't
just don't get it. It's
Maybe
like,
we're just
okay,
stupid.
what did I just watch?
Someone's gonna come. This fucking episode was so simple. You guys are so fucking dumb. And
Man, I wonder what that sounds like.
What?
I wonder what that's like, Cody.
Me.
Yeah, that was the
I
joke.
don't talk
Thanks.
like that. I don't talk like that.
Okay. Okay,
All right, moving on.
deep things.
Okay.
Anything else to talk about?
Where are my feelings? Oh, okay. Best girl. Who's
Oh
best girl?
dear. Best girl?
Hermes.
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 Pretty sure Hermes is a
Hermes
male
is best girl.
character.
Hermes is a motorcycle. He can be whatever he wants.
Actually, you know what, Kino?
Kino refers to herself with male pronouns. Maybe she's trans. He or she.
Or
no, but if
retarded
she thinks she's
retarded
trans-
theory
she-
here. Maybe
Kino is transsexual.
retarded
You have to
theory
refer
here.
to her as a man.
Retarded theory
Not
here.
a girl.
Maybe little girl Kino
Yeah.
is not the Kino you watch in the story. Maybe the Kino you watch in the story is actually a guy. Old Kino is like
Okay,
Kino
but
all grown up.
So many hoops would have to like
Yes,
jump through for that.
they would. But this is why it's a crazy fan theory that will make no sense.
You're fired.
Which is what I said. I'm fired? Damn.
Fired.
You're not fired.
Okay.
I don't have that authority, do I?
You don't.
Ha!
Gabe,
You've
best girl.
been...
I was thinking. I think Sakura.
Flying Chan.
See,
I
I
like
fucking
Sakura.
hated Sakura. Holy shit.
I liked
Who's
her.
the voice
She's
actor?
just an awesome
There's
character.
Smirk.
I hated the voice actress.
Her smirk the entire fucking episode. Like, yeah, bitch, I know I'm gonna
I liked her
die.
just
Think
'cause
I
of the
give a
note.
fuck?
Just because, like, what she decides to do in the note. Not to mega spoil everything. But, like,
Okay.
she just decides. And I'm like,
But Hermes
yeah,
literally.
that's- you made. I like that she decides. Like, she makes up her mind.
My counter argument is in the episode line of books when they're talking there's a character who's talking about how there are some people who fall in love with characters in books because they're so obsessed with them. Hermes says those people are crazy. So he literally just shits on half of like otaku culture. If you have a waifu, you're crazy.
Yep.
Hermes is best girl. Also, Lewis,
Yeah.
Lewis, you are our resident Greek mythology guy, right?
A little rusty, but we
Alright.
can try.
Hermes is the Greek god of going fast, right?
Hermes is the Greek god of like mail and delivery and going fast.
I'm going.
All right, so there you go. That's even better. He goes fast. You can't go faster. His name is Hermes.
This is where you need the Sonic Green Hills theme soundboard.
So yeah,
Okay.
that would be Hermes' best girl.
Yeah.
The last.
I think Flying Chan is best girl.
Oh, fuck her.
Shut
Eh.
up. We're,
Wow.
gonna,
Your opinions suck, Lewis.
we're gonna end with this quote.
Oh, of course we are.
Can you end telling a story?
So there was this where we did this podcast, and like we ended the podcast by like saying, "Can you end telling a story?" And then I started telling a story about us telling this story.
We're going deep now. Hold on.
And so
Let me
where we-
buckle up real
Brace
quick.
yourself. Get
You
your.
guys sit
fucking
down.
thinking
I've been
helmet
standing
on.
up this whole time. Let me just sit down. All right, let's go.
that was it.
Can you?
I'm gonna
end
say
telling a
yes.
Story?
Yes. What do you mean? Can you end?
Okay, no.
Can
you
you-
can't
can
end
we-
a story, but you a story.
End telling a story.
You can end telling a story, but the story
I feel
itself
like this
doesn't
is just really bad. Like, fucking.
Again, yeah.
Because like English.
I agree. Whatever it is, it's just really bad.
Because you wouldn't say, "Can you end telling it?" You would say, "Can you stop telling a story?"
It's still a
You
viable
can't. No. What is it? Well, what is
That
can
also
you?
doesn't make any
All right.
sense.
Well, then explain the question because.
There's two interpretations that are
Okay.
possible technically.
All right. Got it.
First is, can you end telling a story being like, can you stop telling a story?
Right.
Or you can interpret it as, can you end whatever you're doing, like a series, a show, a book, by telling a story?
But you would you'd need a buy.
The other
You end by telling a story.
interpretation can be like, can you end the story? But like, it's just done.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
End the story.
What is this
And
quote from? Steve,
The land of books.
is it?
Oh my god! Of course.
Yes.
Of fucking course it is. Okay.
Okay,
Here's my opinion on this.
Telling a story.
You cannot end a story unless like everything.
Yes,
dies.
you can. Stop.
No,
the story's
no.
over.
Okay, you could stop telling the story.
Yes,
But
that's
it
what it's
goes
asking.
on.
Can you end telling a story?
No. Okay. Here's like it can go on.
The story
can
is not. The
continue.
story is not over, but you're done telling it.
You can finish telling a story,
Full
but the story
stop.
itself won't end.
That's that's fine. That's not what the question.
That's what I was saying.
Can you
That's what
end
I was
telling
saying. I was
I-
spitting
yeah,
off a
why
little
were you?
bit
Why were you saying? Why were you saying?
because fuck it, YOLO. You know, just yeah.
Sometimes a man's got to do.
Sometimes, yeah.
A
Okay.
man's got to do.
Yeah.
Man's got to tell a story.
Yeah. Cody knows. So like, you can just stop telling a story, but the
Like
story
this.
will continue.